We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Green Bay Packers.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lambeau.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Down at the 30-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw now. Here's Love. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Alex Singleton on the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Nick Benito coming in there to record the sack.
Back at his
the defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn.
There he goes, right side.
Look at the big man rumble.
Touchdown, Packers.
Tucker Kraft,
52 yards.
and the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers, or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
McManus to kick
After
off
the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Bombers, bombers, bombers. Oh, my son!
To throw, here's Nix. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. In this offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, You just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
To throw is Nix. A short throw to Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now it's Nix. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
Nix's pass intercepted. Result of the play is
now a timeout called for by the defense. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. Following the interception, Love. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Touchdown. Rodeo Dobbs. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Broncos nothing. Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And how about this? Here comes a reverse. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Throwing Nix. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Another 3 and out.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
Jeremy
The Broncos send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. I like the way that they've started. The way that they're going about doing things right now, they've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
That's good for a Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Love looking to throw it. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Intended for Tucker.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation. That's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
That's complete to Dobbs. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Packers first down.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14 to nothing. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
Getting 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Here's Love. The killer here, it's complete. 7 yards there and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Throwing. Love. That is caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Now McManus for the extra point. Well, this will frustrate a coach right here. The flag is out before they get off the extra point, and this is going to be a delay of game.
Another attempt now from 5 yards further back. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Packers 21, Broncos nothing. McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Broncos take over 1st and 10. At their own
the Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
44-yard line.
Here's Nix.
It's caught inside the 25. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Nix to the air. And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout.
A gain of 21
so as they talk it
yards.
over, we step aside.
That's another Broncos 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll look to throw again.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Intended for Cortland.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Captain.
Nix to throw again.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Marvin Mims
In the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
Packers 21, Broncos 8.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins.
Mixes
no gain on the play. And it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Nix. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Bombers.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for the 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Here's a 2nd and 8.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun. Here's Nix. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
It's a loss of 4 yards.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. Work in the middle of the midfield, and he's got a man complete. So after the big play on fourth, here's first and 10.
Yards. That's good for a Broncos first down.
To the right, yep.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Broncos.
Back to throw. Nix. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Nix. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. McManus now for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Packers 28, Broncos 8. Brendan McManus to kick
so
off.
They throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Here we go,
One play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Broncos first down.
Looking to throw. Nix. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I
know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Captain.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10, right at the 40.
First down.
Back to the air with Nix. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Work to be done here on second and 16 after the sack.
It's second down.
Back to throw. Nix. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Marvin Mims, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
16.
And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Back at the 43-yard line.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Second down, Jacobs once more. And he's got some space here. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
19 yards.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter. Got Dobbs over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now a timeout called for by the defense.
12-yard line.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Completes it again to Dobbs. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Romeo Dobbs with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. We've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
Brendan McManus.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. Here comes a reverse. And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
3rd and 14.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Extra point from McManus is good.
16.
And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
First and 10 at their own 33.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
It's second and inches at the 43-yard line.
To throw, here's Nix. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And the Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now it's Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins.
Nix's pass.
Hey, we're good.
They work now on second and 9.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9 at the Packers' 46-yard line.
37.
To throw is Nix. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Nix's pass intercepted. The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
That's good for a Packers first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
A gain of 12 yards.
49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
To throw now. Here's Love. Throw right side, holding by Dobbs. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
There's a handoff to Jacobs. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
10 more yards.
10 more there and another first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
5-yard line.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays. And they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really eliminate them. Not cool.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, You saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from